We've all been there, scrolling through our Facebook feeds to check out what people are up to, while we pretend to do our homework on our laptops, and binge watch the 4th season of our favorite show. Today, everyone stays connected, and there are multiple ways to get our tech fix. But why do we use certain media instead of others? What makes us choose certain platforms for different uses? The uses and gratifications theory is a user-centered approach that focuses on how people use media for their own personal uses and gratifications. Today we will be covering the mass communication theory of uses and gratifications. In this video, we will be highlighting a couple of things: the history of uses and gratifications theory, the 5 core theory elements, the 5 needs of audiences, criticisms and new application of the theory. Uses and gratifications theory has been used for decades to explain the relationship between media and users. For now, let's rewind and start with some history. Blumler and Katz published the theory of uses and gratifications in 1974. Blumler, a communication and media theorist, and Katz, a sociologist and communication scientist, challenged other communication theories like the media effects model. The media effects model saw the audience as passive users of media, which focused the research on how media affected users. UGT looks at the audience as an active user of media, which changes the dynamic to how we, as users, affect media. Blumler and Katz presented 5 core elements of UGT. Let's review. The first core element in the uses and gratifications theory is that media use is perceived to be goal-directed. We know exactly where to find the information we need. Whether you're looking for that one cat video that you love or searching for information for a research paper, you as the audience are fully aware of the type of media you are looking for. The second element of UGT explains that within mass communication, the audience is responsible for linking the type of media to fit their needs. The media itself doesn't look for you. Instead, you as the audience filter through the types of media to fulfill your needs. You know when to use your phone for a quick search, or maybe to go to the library to find the original source in a textbook. The third element explains that media competes with other sources for need satisfaction. There are multiple ways for you to satisfy your needs. Modern media competes with more traditional media. For example, if you feel like having a good cry, you could watch a video of puppies on YouTube, or you could pick up a romance novel and have at it. Both could fulfill the same need. The fourth element is all about the audience. It explains that audiences have a sense of self-awareness that allows them to share their media experiences. As active users of media, the audience is aware of their motives and needs. Most importantly, the audience is able to share their overall media experience because of their self-awareness. The last element of the uses and gratifications theory explains that the audience not only chooses the information provided, but also explores the content on their own terms. Only the audience is able to apply value judgment to the media because each experience is unique and fulfills different needs. Now that we've learned all 5 elements, let's recap some important points. The uses and gratifications theory was first put forth by Blumler and Katz in 1974. The 5 major elements of uses and gratifications theory highlight how the audience are active media users instead of passive users. You, as the audience, know exactly what need you are trying to satisfy, what media type to satisfy it, and each selection is goal-oriented. This is a user-centered approach to media. Now let's move on to 5 needs highlighted by Blumler and Katz. Audiences have cognitive needs, affective needs, personal integrative needs, social integrative needs, and tension-free needs. Each need is satisfied by different media use. Let's start with cognitive needs. Okay, remember that time you were talking to your friend about that amazing movie you watched with that great actor, and then you realized you couldn't remember the actor's name and it was driving you crazy? You fulfilled your cognitive need or your need to acquire knowledge by taking out your phone and Googling your answer. Cognitive needs are all about knowledge attainment. The second needs are affective needs. Affective needs are all about emotions. Sometimes we feel like watching a scary movie or maybe relaxing with a good book. When you fulfill your affective needs, you're satisfying the mood that you're in by using media based on your emotions. The third need in UGT is personal integrative need. This need is based on self-esteem. We tend to connect with characters that are like us in our favorite TV shows or in books. This gives us the opportunity to compare our status and gain credibility by comparing ourselves to people or situations in media. Social integrative need is a fourth need presented by this theory. As humans, we need to socialize with family, friends, and coworkers. Today, we depend more on social media platforms to stay in touch and find it harder to get together with our busy schedules. But media helps mitigate that need with apps like Facebook and Instagram. Now on to the last need in uses and gratifications theory. Tension-free. Although it would be nice to fly around the world as a way to escape, we also use media as a way to relax. This need is fulfilled differently for everyone. Some might find it relaxing to watch a documentary, but for others that might cause a little bit of boredom. People use media to relieve tension in different ways. So what do people do with media? Why do we choose certain media for different needs? The uses and gratifications theory presents 5 core elements to analyze how the audience is an active user and consumer of multiple media sources. Blumler and Katz explain the 5 major needs for media, but remember that these needs are fulfilled differently by everyone. The uses and gratifications theory highlights the power behind the audience to choose the media based on personal motives. Now let's go on to some criticisms of UGT. Media is powerful. Critics of the uses and gratifications theory explain that the media can be more powerful than the audience's motives. Today, we have a wide range of media sources. This criticism explains that most media that the audience comes across has a specific motive, and the user only thinks that they are choosing what to consume. The other major criticism of uses and gratifications is that it is individualistic in nature. We've talked about how everyone fulfills their needs in different ways. This criticism explains that because research can vary depending on the group that is being studied, it is extremely difficult to generalize and use to explain phenomenon. Although there have been various criticisms on the uses and gratifications theory, there has been a recent emergence of its application. Mass media has found new platforms to reach audiences. Everyone stays connected with their phones, tablets, and multiple apps to help facilitate communication. UGT has recently been used to review the uses of different social networking sites. New studies have developed 10 uses and gratifications for social media, such as social interaction, expression of opinions, information sharing, and surveillance and watching of others. As you can see, these new applications have further developed the work by Blumler and Katz. In today's world, we stay connected wherever we go. We're able to satisfy our needs at the touch of a button. Think about how you use media and for what purposes. Did you click to watch this video for cognitive needs? Don't forget that the uses and gratifications theory gives you, the audience, all of the power. So now that you're an expert on UGT, it's quiz time. I'm having a great day today, so I think I'll watch my favorite comedy to keep my spirits high. What need is based on emotion? When you use media based on emotions, you're fulfilling your affective need. Here's your next question. Is this statement true or false? UGT challenges the media effects approach of mass communication. It's true. Remember that UGT places the focus on the audience, not the media. Here's your last question. I like to watch shows with characters who share my beliefs. What need is based on self-esteem? The correct answer is personal integrative needs, which help us compare ourselves to our favorite characters and reassure us of our social status. Well, now you're a communication scholar on uses and gratifications theory. If you'd like to do more research, search the following references. Thanks for watching.